All right, welcome back as we get ready for another season of Jethawks baseball. One of the fun things we're going to do every month on iLiveToday.com is the localliving.com Jethawks Spotlight Close-Up. And I'm going to have to admit, full disclosure here, this is an absolute naked act of prejudice on my part because we have a Nittany Lion who's going to be a part of our team this year. And, of course, we all stick together. And that is the catcher for the Jethawks, Ben Heath, who had a great year last year. Ben, you really exploded. It was a perfect timing, too, as a junior at Penn State because you're the opportunity to get drafted and come up through the Astros organization. But let's talk about what it must have been a whirlwind because not only were you hitting home runs at Penn State and setting a single season 19 home run record, you kept hitting bombs once you signed that first professional paycheck.
Yeah, it was. It's I kind of came. I was hurt my previous 2 years. I had so as a sophomore, freshman I didn't play a lot. As a sophomore, I was kind of hurt right in the middle of the year, and then but I was able to stay healthy all my junior year, and ended up being able to put together a pretty good year. So, like I said, and then with the draft and everything, and then obviously playing the short season last year. So it was kind of played in about including college, about 4 different states and kind of all over the place, and so many different teams. But overall, a cool experience. Like you said, a whirlwind. It was everything happened really quick, but definitely one of the cooler experiences of my career and my life as well.
And it's interesting when sometimes you can get a little caught up in that home run swing. We hear people, guys, they don't want to be in home run derbies because it messes up their swing. But when you're hitting home runs at so many different levels against so many levels of competition, I guess maybe that tells you something about your own growth physically or emotionally last year.
I hope so. It's that was one thing in college. When I got there, I kind of developed more power when I was in college and kind of changed some things in my swing, and that was something I wanted to do as a kind of a goal of mine, and I felt like I could achieve. So, working with our hitting coach there and being able to put that together, and it kind of was a 2-year process, and starting my sophomore year, and that I really started working towards it, and then and it's still evolving. It's like, as hitting is always adjusting and trying to change some things up here. And professional baseball is a little bit different than college. Pitching's better, things like that. You can't the metal bat is different than the wood. So it's so like I said, it's just something that I think is a part of my game, and hopefully I can continue to utilize that tool at all levels. And but like I said, it's just a work in progress all the time, and you can't get too big all the time. But but like I said, it's something that I've worked on, and hopefully we'll continue to work on.
And Jethawks fans are excited because they know what the Tri-Valley Cats did last year, winning the New York Penn League Championship, the first championship under the Ed Wade administration. Let's talk about that group because it's nice when you can work on your individual skills to get to the big leagues, but collectively you can have success as well.
Absolutely, and for the time that I was there, the group of guys that was there, we played together as a team, and actually that first half of the season we were average, we were okay. I think our record was right around 500, and but like I said, the team came together, and from what I hear, like I wasn't there for the playoffs, but and really that last month I wasn't there, but from keeping up with the guys and talking to the guys, it really came together, and started playing games well, and winning some of those close ball games that maybe we were losing early in the year, and it's like you said, it's obviously professional baseball is individual, but there's nothing better than winning a team championship and in the minor leagues, and the goal is to win in the major leagues. So it's pretty awesome. It was cool to get that ring, and I couldn't be there with those guys, but it was fun to watch and kind of get a inside perspective from talking to some of the guys about it. What they did was pretty cool that second half, and obviously the playoffs were a great experience for a lot of guys that were there, and I know we're all proud of what they've done, and it was a great accomplishment.
Wally Backman, the manager in Brooklyn, was a big fan favorite here, but when we found out it was future Jethawks that knocked him off for the pennant, that was okay. Hey, when we tell you 6 guys who were standing where you are right now 2 years ago were in the Houston Astros Major League Clubhouse this year, Fernando Abad, Jason Castro on the roster, and 4 non-roster guys, and the 32 guys, Ben, who played in this league and then the Cal League the next year since 2006, what kind of opportunities are for Ben Heath in the California League this year?
Well, hopefully you get an opportunity to play and get better. And, obviously everybody here, their goal is the big leagues. And once you're in the big leagues, if you want to be a champion in the big leagues. So, it's just it's a great opportunity to be, a step up from where we were last year. And, it's just one of those things where you just want to continue to get better. And you've seen guys that have done it before you that have played here and then, continue to move on quickly. And, So I think that's everybody's goal here, and we're all going to pull for each other and work hard together and see where we end up.
And welcome, and wish you the best. Now, as part of localliving.com, where, by the way, you can get all kinds of theories on interior decorating, we wanted to help you feel at home this year, so hopefully this Penn State mini helmet will at least give you a sense of a feel of back at University Park this year.
Yeah, it's a long way from Pennsylvania, but it's I got some great memories there and great friends, and it's there's nothing like Saturdays in the fall in State College. So this will definitely make me feel at home, and we'll have to sit this in the clubhouse or something to represent the Nittany Lions here and out on the West Coast. So
Ben, thanks for the visit again. Best of luck here in 2011.
I appreciate it. Thank you.